Imagine the terrifying scenario. A gunman claims random victims, then takes a couple of hostages. He might even have bombs protecting his hideout. With the myriad of agencies and resources on hand, how do we coordinate a response? Enter the Emergency Operations Center, or EOC, the City of Monterey's Emergency Management Headquarters. With backup power and state-of-the-art technology, the EOC houses everything we need to communicate with crews anywhere in the city, analyze emergency situations, develop action plans, and dispatch crews to areas in need. It is important to train for any type of emergency in order to be prepared. So this fall, the city and Presidio of Monterey conducted a drill with a hostage situation with mass casualties.
Oh, they need to get hot on. I see your SWAT team out there, by the way, too. I see your SWAT team out there. You're trying to hurt me, aren't you? You're trying to kill me, aren't you? I'm sitting right here now looking at this place, and you got about 6 or 7 different vantage points you guys could have on me. And you got that vehicle out there, and nobody talked to me.
So yesterday was the culmination of a number of months of planning where we wanted to test how we conducted emergency operations. And specifically what we were looking at is to partner with the Presidio of Monterey to stand up our emergency operations centers and see how well they communicated when we had multiple events happening at one time. Now in this case, we had simulated an active shooter up on the Presidio grounds, and that person then ran down to the lower Presidio and then took some hostages at the military museum. And also we added that he had driven a vehicle that had a possible explosive device in it. So over the course of 6 hours, we had the challenge, both with the Presidio and the City of Monterey, to deal with all those elements that go with a potentially risk situation for a lot of people within the city.
Most incidences that impact the Presidio of Monterey will impact the City of Monterey. So we want to work closely together with them and have good, strong communications so the information that we receive and turn from our public information officer out to the public is the same that we're getting from the installation operations center. The Presidio of Monterey has the law of fire, and they have a room that's set up similar to what this room is to manage the incident. So our coordination is critical.
As we worked through the first hours of the event, things were a little confused. We had a lot of different information coming in. People were getting organized. We effectively used the e-sponder system so we could call in the resources we needed. We actually had the SWAT team, the bomb squad, and the crisis negotiation team staged here so they could respond right away and get set up. Over the course of the 6 hours, the crisis negotiation team was talking to our suspect, and they were able to successfully talk him down over the course of 6 hours, and it resulted in the release of our 2 hostages, and he surrendered without incident. Our goal with any type of police operation is that everybody goes home safe, whether it be the people who are involved from a police standpoint, a fire standpoint, or the people that might be a hostage taker or hostages, or if it's a disaster of some type, people who might be trapped or just are confused and don't know what's going on. We want to make sure that everybody's safe. So that's the overall goal here. And our exercise helps us to develop our skill set so that we can be responsive to everybody and do it in a professional and timely manner.
As you can see, this was a huge team effort between multiple agencies and city departments. On the Presidio, our fire departments worked with our ambulance companies to treat and then transport victims.
Are you doing the O2?
Yeah, I got O2 on this guy. Make sure I go to the station area right now.
Let's set it right here. 1, 2.
This was done after the police department swept the facility, making sure that gunmen were not present.
Upstairs, somebody on that balcony? Upstairs. Clear? I need 2 in there to go. Go, Vic.
And I got oxygen on me.
Kevin, spell your last name.
Meanwhile, staff at the Emergency Operations Center worked to manage all of these resources and communicate with the disparate crews. They also needed to provide the public with the appropriate information including evacuations, road closures, and incident reports.
In the EOC, we have a variety of staff members that participate, everything from planning, public works, fire, police, the library, and they're all filling different roles for the EOC.
These roles include care and shelter, police, fire, communications, public works, and planning operations, among many others.
EOC operations went really well. The staff members that came to fill the different sections felt it was one of the most realistic drills that they have participated in. They functioned adequately and again identified some of the systems that we need to change to make it even better. Well, as we know, you always have to be prepared. Just this last week, who would have ever believed that San Bruno would have had a natural gas pipe explode? And being prepared for all those different types of incidences is what we need to have, you know, from the potential fires, floods, storms, a potential aircraft going down. We need to be prepared for every type of incidents that we can think of.
Because these events don't happen on a regular basis, we put these exercises together so that we can make sure we're testing, make sure our communications and our coordination skills are up to date and sharp. And in this case, like with anything else, we will continue to work on how we communicate and how information moves through the organization. But I think overall this was a great success. It allows us to take a look at how we provide services when it comes to emergency operations. And overall, we were very pleased with how things turned out.